Welcome to the Tuesday, April 14th Falls Township Zoning Hearing Board. If you can, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we get started, just some introductions. Court stenographer for tonight's Karen Browndorf. Zoning Hearing Board Solicitor Keith Bidleymeyer. From the Township, we have Diane Baree, Matt Takita, and Ed Neubauer. Before agenda items start, we do have a extension request for Oak Village at New Falls Road for their approval. Have a letter here from Chelsea Crocker Jackman from Begley Carlin Mail. It's the applicant's attorney asking for a final one-year extension on the previously granted zoning relief. And with that, also requesting placement on agenda to accomplish the same. So I would need a motion on that.
So moved.
Motion by Aaron. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Chris. Nastasia, you can call the board.
Don. Chris.
Yes.
Bob.
Yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
Bill.
No.
I'm a yes.
Okay. And one more item addressed before petition, or petition number one. So Lakeview Terrace 2023 LLC. We are in receipt of an email from the attorney Matthew McHugh, and Township is also asking a continuance request until May 12th, 2026. So I would need a motion on that as well.
So moved.
Motion by Aaron. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Nastasia. Nastasia, can call the board.
Chris.
Yes.
Bill.
Yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
Bob.
Yes.
I'm a yes.
Okay, moving on to petition number one. Bushra Hussain, 704 Warwick Road, Fairless Hills, PA 19030, tax map parcel 130180097. Zoned NCR, requesting a dimensional variance to allow fence in the secondary front yard along Elford Road from section 20937C. If you can, please come to the podium and state your name to be sworn in.
My name is Tom D'Agostino from Continental Home Group. I'm the contractor.
Can you spell your last name?
D'_Agostino.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Chairman, if we can mark the application for zoning ordinance appeal as ZHB1. The permit denial letter sent to the applicant dated February 24th, 2026 will be ZHB2. 3 will be pictures of the old fence. 4 will be proof that the property was posted as required. 5 will be pictures showing the site triangle. 6 will be notification to the applicant dated April 1st, sent from the township, along with the neighbor notification letters also sent from the township dated April 1st. That is all the, sorry, give me 1 second. Sorry, 7 will be proof of publication in the Bucks County Courier-Times showing this matter was published March 31st, and then again April 7th, 2026. I'm satisfied the appropriate notice have been satisfied. This matter can proceed.
I did get a text from Ed Neubauer that he can't hear. If you guys can hear that in the back.
Yeah, we'll get that set up.
All right, thank you.
Not a problem.
You should be good now.
Should be good. Okay, I'm Tom D'Agostino, the contractor. I'm the one that was hired to install the fence to replace the existing wood fence that she had with a hole in it, and we changed it to vinyl. We applied for the proper permits, did everything online, received an accepted notification, but to my knowledge that now that is just like the application went through, and then the denial came through after it. So I'm just here to kind of verify that and kind of just say we exactly put it on the exact lines that it was already permitted for the wood fence that was up there for 30-something years. and with that neighborhood and the corner property and what it was allotted.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
You're saying the original fence was permitted?
Yes, the original wood fence was permitted for 6-foot high wood.
All right. My concern is site triangle. It doesn't seem like you're in the site triangle with that fence.
As far as like the being,
Well, the township comes out and sets up a site triangle, and that's so people can, so it looks like you're, I don't know the exact feet, but I think the fence, it's installed now?
it's installed now, it was installed upon the receival of the accepted.
Look at these
no-
pictures, it looks like you're having to back that fence up, because it's in the site triangle.
Okay, we replaced it directly on that line, so whatever line, and
Well,
I understand that.
that's-
Yeah.
You know, what was done before, I don't even know if you had a permit, to be honest with you, I don't see it here.
There was a permit when I did speak to the township, and I called when this was going on, and they pulled it for me. I guess it was like 70 pages in that
Yeah,
document.
because it looks like you're probably, I don't know, maybe 8 feet, 10 feet within the site triangle when they came out. Have you seen the pictures of the cones and stuff?
No, I have not seen it.
You want to see mine?
Yes, if you could.
Yeah. Well,
Ed, while he's looking at that, can you comment on the clear site triangle and if there was a permit for the prior fence?
I didn't see a permit for the old fence, but they are in a site triangle in their own driveway. So when they pull out of the driveway, you can't see people coming on that sidewalk.
that would be, I'll show you. Talking about,
Because I did the measurement from the bottom curve up 15 feet, and you can't see.
Okay, so moving it to there, and it would be
well, you
allowed
would
6
have to
foot.
give, you,
Bill, it has to all go on the record.
no,
It's all on the record.
yeah, when you're talking,
You can have my copies of the picture.
I'm good now. I understand what you guys are talking about.
you know, if the board does approve this, it would have to be conditional that the fence will have to move so you're not in a site triangle. I mean, that's my only concern.
Okay, understood.
That's all I have.
So let me just confirm, Ed, the site triangle issue is at the driveway or on the corner?
At their driveway.
At
their-
the driveway,
at their
but,
driveway.
driveway.
but not,
Yep.
but not at the corner intersection?
No, they're okay at the corner.
Right, okay, great, thank you.
No problem.
Ed, in your opinion, would 10 feet satisfy that? Setback from the sidewalk?
If they brought it in, it
Yes.
should be pretty good. I don't mind going out there and measuring it and helping them out. If they want me to do that, I have no problem doing that.
No, 100%, I would want to do it the right way, so.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? Anything else from the township? I'm sorry.
Just like, unfortunately, it looks like that tree's in the way.
That tree is directly in the way, and we had to kind of.
Just so you know.
We had to navigate, because there was a tree on it, that the fence previous was like literally embedded into that tree, so.
Right, so just to let you know ahead of time. That's all I have.
Anything from the township? Any public comment? All right, so I would need a motion for condition that the township, or motion for or against, with the condition on the table, that the township will go out and measure to ensure that it is outside of the clear site triangle.
Okay, I'll make that motion. I move that the application of Bushra Hussain requesting a dimensional variance from section 209-37.c of the Falls Township zoning ordinance be granted to allow a fence in the secondary front yard along Elford Road at the property located at 704 Warwick Road, Fairless Hills, PA 19030, as depicted on the plans and in accordance with the testimony presented to the zoning hearing board, with the condition that the homeowners work with the township to make sure that that the necessary site triangles are being respected at the driveway.
I will do that for them, so.
Motion by Aaron, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Chris. Nastasi, call the board?
Bill,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
and I'm a yes.
Thank you, sir.
Question for you. One last question. What is the time frame on this that I can report back to? I mean, obviously, you guys have to come out there and kind of do, and give me
Yeah,
the
if-
lines and stuff like that, but I don't want anybody to worry about getting
If you
fined or
could stop up the
something.
Township building tomorrow morning and speak to Ed Newbauer, because he'll be
Okay.
the one meeting at the property.
So I can talk to Ed directly and work that out with him. Okay. Perfect. All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you. Petition number 2, Peter and Helen Klyuchnyk. Sorry about that. 312 Trenton Road, Fairless Hills, PA 19030, tax map parcel 13006-267, zoned LR, requesting a dimensional variance to increase driveway size, which will increase the impervious surface coverage to 3,595 square foot, which exceeds the allowable 1,672.7 square foot permitted from section 209-12D and table 1. And you can come to the podium, please. If you can, just please state your name and spell it, please, slowly.
Helen Klyuchnyk, Klyuchnyk. This is Peter.
Will you both be speaking?
Mr. Chairman, if we can mark the application for zoning ordinance appeal as ZHB1 along with the accompanying statement. 2 will be a permit denial letter sent from Falls Township to the applicant dated March 19, 2026. 3 will be plans for the proposed project. 4 is the impervious calculation sheet. 5 is proof of posting of the property as required. 6 will be notice to the applicant and the adjoining abutting property owners. That letter was sent from Falls Township dated April 1st, 2026. 7 is proof of publication in the Bucks County Courier-Times showing this matter was published March 31st and then again April 7th, 2026. I'm satisfied the appropriate notice have been satisfied. This matter can proceed.
Keith got excited, so you're sworn in now.
Oh, I thought she was sworn.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all truth. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you out?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You can begin.
Okay, if you had a moment to read the letter, actually it states everything. We are in desperate need of more space because we don't fit. We simply don't fit on the driveway that existing. I guess the family that was living before us there, they probably had 2 drivers. We're at the 4 drivers at the time and another one who's 13 and a half growing up, and we need parking, especially considered that we are an emergency street. This winter, there was a whole lot of emergency situations where we had to repark our cars. Gracefully, our neighbors let us park in their driveways, the cars, but otherwise we have no space. We're narrow, we're small. Our neighbors literally park on the grass. The closest, if you look at the map, the 310, they park on the grass because we don't fit. They don't fit, we don't fit. There's not enough parking. Our proximity to 7-Eleven kind of puts us in a dangerous situation too, because we have cars flying through 7-Eleven, like cutting through those that don't want to stand on the traffic light. They just kind of cut through, so pulling out and reversing and like all of that. They've been hit, thank God. We haven't, just because they're first. But they're trying to park closer to our property to avoid being too close to 7-Eleven, which kind of moves us forward. And when we look at 314, which is next to us, she cannot pull out, or we're close to her. And we're just like in a situation. And we need to change the driveway, so to us, it just crumbled this winter after everything that's happening to all the snow, all the salt and everything. So we're here to plead our case. Please let us enlarge our driveway. We are like 3 houses standing. There's field behind us. So there is enough draining, and I don't know why it was zoned the way it's zoned when the houses were built, but we need it. We really badly, badly need it. We talked to the neighbors. None of them is opposing it. They're like, yeah, sure, we know you need it because we need it as well. So they see our situation. They're good with it. They knew it was happening because we've been talking a while about it. So they was like, we're next.
Thank you. Any questions from the board?
So I looked at the numbers, and obviously, the reason you're here is that you're over in terms of impervious surface. But can you tell me how much you're actually adding versus what was already there? Because it seems like just looking at the diagram that you provided.
Yes.
It seems like what was already there would have already put you over the impervious surface already.
Which I'm surprised, because we did an addition in 2017. We built on a sunroom, and we were completely approved by our lovely township. And we were already at the higher numbers, apparently, because when we got the denial letter, I'm looking at the numbers, and I'm comparing them to our previous numbers, and I was like, we are already higher than we thought it is, because there's some ordinance numbers that I don't understand, which are much lower than we actually thought we are. So we were all approved, all legal, everything was done according to the law, and all the permits were pulled and everything was done. So to me, it was a huge surprise to see how low the approved number is, because we were already higher, which we didn't even know until we applied for the driveway. So
You mentioned there's drainage in the back of your property. Can you tell me more about that?
we have a field in the back of our driveway. So there is a rain drainage right in front of our neighbor's property, and the way it goes, it's usually from our neighbor who's the further away from 7-Eleven. It goes across our concrete driveway. That's why it kind of cracked there too. Straight like into crossing the sidewalk and the apron, and goes out. We did bring it up to our contractor. He came in and was like, listen, it's not going to change the situation because we do have a standing water between our neighbor to the right, and usually after heavy rains, there's like a huge body of water standing there, and this is the way it drains. He knows about it, and he said, it's okay, I'll like put your driveway in a propel kind of a situation, so it's not going to be like a direct slope, like he'll bring the laser and whatever fancy equipment he has, so he will position it in a way where it will continue draining, because he does see where it's draining exactly right now. He's like, I would just reinforce the concrete there so it's not damaged by the water in the further usage. Our neighbor does not object to that because we've been dealing with that situation. We contributed to putting like dirt into it just to eliminate the drainage, but it keeps going. And the way the concrete is going to be poured, it will continue allowing the water drain through our property from our neighbors to the rain drainage that's out on the street.
Right, the storm drain.
Yes, the storm drain,
Okay.
which you probably hear a lot because it constantly gets clogged, and my neighbor calling Township continuously.
Well, and you see, this is the issue, right? I mean, the reason that the ordinance is there in the first place is to limit the amount of impervious surface, to encourage more natural drainage into the soil, to prevent all of the runoff to go into the storm drains and have the storm drains be jammed up as they do get. And as you say, like, you want it, your neighbors want it. This is the kind of catch-22. Like, now if everyone wants it, now everyone's getting lots and lots of more impervious surface. It actually makes the problem worse for everyone. So this is, again, it's a balance.
Now, I understand, but since we are like literally limited to 2 neighbors and a parking behind of us, I believe we have more than enough draining land around us.
Yep.
It never floods because the Oxford Valley like we've been the owners of the house since 2008. So we've seen the worst flood that we've had this far. Never ever our house flooded. Never ever the field behind us flooded, even though the Oxford Valley Golf Park been standing like a knee deep in the water. The field behind us never came close. We don't even like have flood insurance because it's not required for our home. Our neighbor has it, and she's in shock because she constantly asks me like, do you have it? Why do I have it? Because we never have standing water except that little space between our 2 houses.
Yep.
It never reaches, it never goes high, it never, except the drainage lately been not really working properly, but this is out of our hands to manage.
All right, thank you. That's
Matt,
no more questions.
what is the allowable percentage for their address?
20%.
20%, okay. And they're at 40?
They are, yeah, a little over 40.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions from the board?
Yeah, I have a question. I mean, you're doubling the impervious surface with with the driveway, right? Basically, it comes to. You say the neighbors' water comes off their yard into yours, so when you put the driveway on a slope or a pyre, where's that water gonna go?
It's draining through or by our driveway into the apron and then out on the street.
I was just
It's been doing like that,
where's it
and then
gonna-
it just dries naturally as well.
Where's it gonna go when you stop it from going where it's going now?
Oh, we're not. That's why we discussed it with our contractor, and he will lay the concrete in a way that it still has the drainage. In cold weather, my husband always makes sure to put salt there because we just know that's where the water goes. So we don't want anybody to fall, and there's a lot of people usually go to 7-Eleven, which is next
There's
to us.
plenty of open space behind, you understand that. I'm just wondering if you can somehow make it go that way.
The way we're extending it more actually into our yard, like more into that, which is, I don't know how to, like, you can see it, we're extending a little bit to that way, but in previous year, my husband had to add some dirt and raise up the level of the ground there just because we had water from our neighbors running into our garage. So we had to rise up the level a little bit to prevent.
So you get more of a slope down towards the
Yes,
street.
yes. But it was still like our land.
That's my only concern, where the excess water will run off to. And you're claiming it's going to go out to the street storm drain, right?
If you don't mind me coming up, I will
Yeah, come up.
show you exactly. These are
Just a
how
picture?
it's- Yes, yes. So the water normally stands
Right here.
in this. Oh, I'm so sorry. You have a picture there. So the water normally stands in this area. So, and it runs right here, like in this slope. We did address it with the contractor. He did see all our concerns, and he said that he'll position that sort of in a little propel, so it would still drain as it's been draining, so the water won't be standing there.
That's all I have.
Any other questions from the board? All right, then I would need a motion, I'm sorry, public comment. Any public comment? Okay.
Jen Metzger, I'm in Falls Township too. I didn't know if I misheard it, but I thought that our impervious in Falls Township was 40% for our properties, 35% for our homes, but 40 for the property. Is this a different location?
That would be the comment that I said, that we discovered somehow that our home and our neighbor's home has
You
less.
can't do that, sorry.
This district,
So sorry.
this district is light, is
Yes,
low density residential, so it's 20%. And what you're talking about is an NCR district, which is the majority of this township, which is at 40%.
Okay, so the majority of us are probably still at 40%. So with her property then, she's only allowed to be at 20, and what was she at now? I thought you had asked, but I didn't hear an answer for actual numbers.
She's slightly over 40%.
And this increase would take it to 50%?
No. With the proposed driveway, it would be slightly over 40%.
Okay, and with the condition that she's going to try to help the drainage, would it benefit
That's
the
the board's
township?
decision.
Is that,
It wouldn't offset the impervious coverage, if that's what you're asking. Is that what?
I'm only asking because I'm
If your question is
selfishly,
if she installs a seepage bed, would it offset the impervious?
Right, because I'm just wondering if, adding stone or anything like that that would assist with the drainage would actually benefit so that she'd have the extra driveway, but maybe if it wasn't a concrete impervious driveway, would it benefit us but also benefit the issue with her and the neighbors not having a place to park? Like, is there a happy medium? I'm just wondering because we have a problem with drainage in the front, and I'm going to ask about the apron at some point.
Are you next door?
We're not. We're over on Hood Boulevard, but we
So
have
this
a lot of
doesn't
water over
affect
there
your
too.
property at all?
Not at this moment.
Okay. All right, thank you. To touch on that, there wasn't anything proposed as of now for a seepage bed, so I don't know if the board is that's something you guys want. wasn't suggested by us. But if there's no more public comment, I would need a motion for or against it.
I'll make a motion. I move that the application of Peter and Helen, how do you say it?
Klyuchnyk.
Klyuchnyk, requesting a dimensional variance from section 209-12.d and table 1 of the Falls Township zoning ordinance be granted to increase the driveway size, which will increase the impervious surface coverage to 3,595 square feet, which exceeds the allowable 1,672.7 square feet permitted at the property located at 312 Trenton Road, Fairless Hills, PA 19030, as depicted on the plans and in accordance with the testimony presented to the zoning hearing board.
Motion by Nastasia, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Chris. Nastasia, can you call the board?
Bill?
Yes.
Aaron?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
And I'm a yes.
So that I understand correctly, I got it? Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
With that being said, I just need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Thank you. Have a good night.